Okay, Ali makes the same number of cheese, tuna and egg sandwiches. By the end of lunch, Ali has sold 48 egg sandwiches, has 3 times as many cheese sandwiches than tuna sandwiches left, has 23 more cheese sandwiches than egg sandwiches left. And we're told that there are 229 sandwiches left in total by the end of the lunch. And the question we're asked here is, how many tuna sandwiches did she sell? Okay, right, where to start? Now, I am going to start by drawing a block that represents the tuna sandwiches, and that's because I know that there are 3 times as many cheese sandwiches left than tuna sandwiches. I don't know how the egg sandwiches relate at this point, but I know that I can draw a basic block for the tuna. So we're going to draw a basic block. I'm going to use a slightly thicker pen, all right, and that is going to be my basic block for tuna. Then I can draw something to represent the cheese sandwiches that were left, which is 3 times the size of the block for the tuna sandwiches. Okay, so this is what I've got for cheese. And then I need to think about the egg sandwiches. Now, what do I know? I know that Ali has sold 48 egg sandwiches. Okay. I also know that she has 23 more cheese sandwiches than egg sandwiches left. So I know that the egg sandwich block is going to be smaller than the cheese sandwich block. I don't know by how much in relation to the size of these blocks, so I'm just going to have to draw something that I think might represent that. So I'm going to stop it there. All right, I know that the size of this is a complete guess. I don't know what it really is in relation to these, okay? But what I do know is that is the difference between this and this, all right, that there's a difference here. Okay, I'm just going to draw in a dotted line, you know, coming from down here. And that difference there, okay, this difference is 23, okay, because there are 23 more cheese sandwiches than egg sandwiches. Okay. What else do I know? Well, I'd like to say that Ali makes the same number of tuna and egg sandwiches at the beginning. So I'd like to draw in a line for that. And again, this is just completely arbitrary place that I'm going to draw it. I'm going to imagine that that is a terribly drawn line. I'm going to imagine that that is the number of sandwiches that were made in the first place at the beginning. Okay, so this is the start. Okay, right, so I can now fill in some other information. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade in these blocks to show this is the sandwiches that were left. Okay, these are all the sandwiches that were left. And what do we know about that? We know that there were 229. So this is 229 sandwiches were left. Okay, so have I put in all the information yet? No, not quite, because I also know that by the end of lunch, Ali sold 48 egg sandwiches. So I can put some information here. So this is the egg sandwiches. This is the line for what's been left. So this must be 48. All right, that's how many egg sandwiches were sold. Now I can also fill in this part. If I know this and I know this, then I know this, which is the same as this. So it's 48 subtract, so 48 subtract 23, and that's 25. So I now know that that is 25. Now that doesn't tell me how big these blocks are, because remember I drew this line in a completely arbitrary place. I could have drawn it there, I could have drawn it anywhere. Okay, so I don't know, I don't know anything yet. So let's have a look. What do I know? What have I figured out so far? Okay, well, I can see that if I added 23 here, if I added 23, if this was 23 bigger, this egg sandwich block would be the same size as the cheese sandwich block. And I know that the cheese sandwich block has these 3 equal size parts, that's the same size parts as here. So if I add 23 to 229, so 229 add 23, okay, that's going to gives me 252. I can then calculate the size of each of these blocks. So, and I need to divide 252, I need to divide that by the number of blocks that that would represent. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 252 divided by 7, okay, and that is 36. So I now know that each of these blocks has a value of 36. And I can work everything out now. So let's have a look at this. I can work out how many sandwiches there were in total. So if I've 36 times 3, that gives me 108. All right, and then 108 add 25 gives me 133. So I know that there were 133 of each variety of sandwich. And what I'm asked is how many tuna sandwiches were sold. So how many tuna sandwiches did I have in the end? I had 36 tuna sandwiches. So I need 133 take away 36, and that gives me 97 tuna sandwiches sold.